How many times has this happened to you? You get home from school and you're hungry. Well, what kind of food do you want after a long, stressful day of school? If you're thinking comfort food, you're right. Hi, I'm Kay Will, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a grilled cheese. We are going to be making a grilled cheese with meat today, so that's a little bit extra fancy. So get ready for the grilled cheese experience with me. The first thing you're going to want to do when you make your grilled cheese is to gather your ingredients. As you can see right here, I have already made a list of the ingredients that I'm going to be using, and these ingredients include bread, butter, cheese, ham, turkey, a frying pan, and a lid. Now I'm gathering my ingredients. As you can see, I've got the bread from the pantry, and then in your fridge, you're going to find butter, also the lunch meats that we're going to use, well, that's cheese. Can't seem to find ham or turkey. Here they are, the frying pan and the lid. As you can see, I've just moved my ingredients over here where I have a little bit more space. I'm going to recommend that you do this step as well, because if you are going to be making a grilled cheese in your own kitchen, then you need an area where you can spread out a little bit more. What I'm doing right now is I'm going to prepare my ingredients to get ready to be made into the sandwich. And then I'm going to get the pan ready while I'm prepping the sandwich over here. And I'm going to turn on the stove. You can use a gas or electric stove for this. I like my gas stove personally, but I'm going to put it on a medium setting regardless. So I'm gonna pick the number 4. Then you're going to want earth balance or butter to go in the pan while you're making your sandwich. You're going to want the butter in here to melt because this is going to keep the sandwich from sticking to the bottom of the pan. You have 2 pieces of bread, but you're going to use the butter and a knife to spread on one side of each piece of bread. All right, now that I have my bread all buttered, I am going to assemble the sandwich on the paper plate. So I'm going to flip over to the non-buttered sides, and I'm going to layer my cheese and my ham and turkey on here. I like to put a piece of cheese on each piece of bread, and then a piece of turkey, and then a piece of ham. So that way the cheese is going to be closest to the heat source when the sandwich is on either side, so it can properly melt. If the cheese gets a little bit ripped like mine is, that's not a big deal. It's going to all melt together anyway. Reseal it. And then the turkey. 1 slice on each piece, and then the ham. My favorite type of lunch meat to use is the types that come from Whole Foods. The brand is called 365, which you can see here. I'm just going to put the bottom and the top together. I need a spatula. I'm going to use the spatula to place the sandwich in the pan. The grilled cheese has been, the process of making the grilled cheese has taken about 3 to 5 minutes, and that's more than enough time for your butter to melt. But one thing that I didn't say previously that you're going to want to make sure of is that your butter on the pan that you put in initially is melted by the time you put the sandwich on. And then the lid. We're going to put the lid on top of the other buttered side. Notice how the lid should be smaller than the pan so it can put pressure on the sandwich. And you're just going to let this cook for a couple minutes until the cheese starts to melt. Now I'm going to check on the grilled cheese to make sure that it's not getting overcooked because my mom thought it might be. I can check on the bread on the bottom. This is a nice golden brown on the bottom, which means it's time to flip it. And I'm going to put the lid on it now. Now that we've waited a couple minutes for the other side to get done, we're going to lift it up, check on it, As you can see right here, try to look under there, that's a golden brown type of color on the bread, which is exactly what you want. Remember to turn off the stove. You can reuse the plate you used for buttering in order to plate the sandwich. I'm going to cut the sandwich. We're using a steak knife for this because the butter knives are not going to be strong enough, or sharp enough, I guess, to cut through the bread. And we're just going to make a diagonal line on the piece of bread as we cut it. Lunch is served. Now that you've made your grilled cheese sandwich all by yourself, you can enjoy it for lunch, or dinner, or a snack. Maybe not breakfast. I don't know about how good a grilled cheese would be for breakfast. But aside from that, grilled cheese is a very versatile food that you can enjoy for any occasion, except maybe breakfast. And I hope that you've enjoyed the process of making the grilled cheese today. Bon appetit!